Hi everyone and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. As you can tell, I am finally doing the I Love Spring tag after saying I was going to do it for like 2 weeks. So finally happening. This was created by Helene Jepsen and I was tagged by Rachel Taylor. I'm not sure if that's her YouTube name or it's just the name that always shows up in my subscription box, so that's what I'm going to call you. Sorry if that's not your channel name. I will link both links down below. I've never been tagged in a tag before. I usually just do them, and I've never been tagged, so I'm really excited to do this one. The first question is, how is spring where you live? I live in Connecticut, so we have like the most strangest weather ever lately. Today and like this past few days, it's been like 70s, which is awesome, but it's been really like windy, which is not so awesome, especially when you're trying to read outside and the wind blows your pages away. But yet like tomorrow it's gonna go back down to 50s and rainy and nasty. Actually, I think it's supposed to be 40 at some point during this week. Like a couple weeks ago, when it was still technically spring, we had snow, so it's very like hit or miss with spring. Either you see it or you don't see it, because sometimes it'll just skip right over to summer. But as of right now, it's been kind of nice, 70s, 60s, really nice lately. As long as the rain stays away, we'll be good. The most anticipated book that's coming out in spring. There's a couple. Dorothy Must Die. Oh my god. I'm, especially being on my book buying ban, I keep like avoiding that book in people's hauls because it just makes me want it even more. So that's definitely like the very first book that will probably end up in my cart the second my book buying ban's done. The Treatment came out, or is coming out this spring. Born in Deception comes out this spring. Does the Mortal Instruments book, even though I haven't finished the fifth one, the one that comes right before it, I really want that book. There's like a ton of books that I want. It's so bad. Oh, what was that other one? I don't remember, but there's a lot. Book cover that reminds you of spring. I picked Hannah's List by Debbie Macomber. Let's just look at the flowers. This just looks like such an inviting, springy picture. I love it. It reminded me of spring. I was trying to think. I was like, what can I do with spring? What can I do with spring? What has spring on it? And I was like, oh my god, that one. So I like went and I like checked. I was like, yes, I was right. Hannah's List. For those of you who don't know what this book is about, it's about a man and his wife dies, and he finds a list of 3 women that she has kind of picked out for him to possibly remarry. Awesome book. I love this book. And the next question is, where will you read this spring? Usually I really don't have a set place. Like, I'll read in my bed. We have a room which like has lots of windows, so it's kind of like our sunroom. I like to read in there. And lately, the past 2 days, because it's in 70s, I love to read outside. So as long as it's not windy out, I will go out there. And if it's not raining. But that was kind of implied, I would hope. Cover with a sun. I was very unsure what I was going to pick for this one because a lot of people do the same books and I don't really own those books anyway, so I was like, I don't even know what to do. But then I found Heaven by Alexandra Arnento. Actually, the first book had a sun too, but sun. This is the 3rd book in the Halo trilogy. Wasn't really a huge fan of this trilogy. It was just kind of meh for me. I really didn't enjoy it. But I figured I would get to show this pretty cover off again because it has a sun on it. And spring reads. What do you read in the springtime? I'm really not that picky. I will read basically anything any time of the year. So I'm just going based off of what I've noticed I've been doing lately. I've been noticing that a lot of books that I've been reading just within the past couple months, a lot of mysteries. Like, yeah. I think I've been like really into mysteries this spring. Not sure why. Along with some contemporary. I've got like my stack of all the books I've read so far in April still like sitting here. So like contemporary mysteries. That's what I've been reading this month anyways. And who am I going to tag? I tag all of you. I really don't know who's done this tag and who hasn't anymore because it's kind of an old news tag. Not old news tag, but like a lot of people have done it. So if you haven't done it and you want to, go ahead and do it. Tell me down below if you do it and I will go check it out. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed me finally doing this video as much as I enjoyed making it. So I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye everyone.